This is a tutorial on how to play Devil Woman by Marty Robbins. Usually when I look online, I haven't for the song really, but I have looked at like his live stuff, and it's different every time. So I just wanted to do the studio version, especially because it's so hard to hear. Like you can see what they're doing live technically if the camera's on long enough. But also when you listen to it, it's better in my opinion. But the studio version's harder. Basically, like I was just doing Change a video ago, and it's like I could not find the right rendition for that, so I had to just put it out there just so the song's so good that it's like I want people who play it to have the exact feeling of that song like every day, so it's kind of like that too. I'm sure people did Devil Woman perfect, but I'm not gonna do it perfect by any means, just my way. But basically it starts off with the C shape, but I think it's E, like, cause this is A. If I were to do it E with the bar, it would be like. So that's kind of E. This is a G shape with this. I can't remember instead of it like this. Can't remember what that's called. But that shape. 3 2 0 0 3 1. But this chord, it's muted 3 2 0 1 0, and and the next chord's it's actually that same chord, but with it's 3 2 3 0 3 2 3 1 0, and then an F chord shape rather. It's not the chord of F, it's an A thing. But I think also with the capo on there on the 4th fret, it has a certain tonality than if I was just playing it like with the bars. Also, it's easier to play it with the capo, but so basically the strumming is and you could just practice on every chord to where, like, I'd rather mess up some fingering and still have this going perfect. So, and sometimes you can, if you want, and then also when singing, you could do that, but he didn't do that. Like, you just leave that to the other guitar, really. So basically, it's just. But the solo goes. Oh, I messed up because I'm trying to do the solo. I told Mary about us. I told her about our great sin. Mary cried and forgave me. I already messed up. I'm doing it too perfect because I want it to stick out, but I would just go. Mary took me back again. But yeah, when you start the lyrics, this like. So since you're doing 2 pops, it's almost just like this chord and that chord. It's almost like that. So, and this kind of does ring out the whole time. You can have that ringing out the whole time, especially like if you break that and then you continue on. It would seem like you'll hear this more, like you'll notice it. But if you're popping in a full unit, then it sounds like that's one thing, And then you just. I told Mary about. I messed up again. I told Mary about us. I told her about her sin. That chord. Mary cried and forgave me. And Mary took me back again. Said if I want. And then the next chord. I didn't play all the notes, but just so you can hear it better. To the F shape. But I don't wanna be in I don't wanna see Mary cry no more. And see right there, I didn't play it good, but you could like start with that and then like have that muted and then build it up. Mary cry anymore. Maybe even take it away after or whatever you want. Mary cry anymore. Mary cry anymore. You don't really need to though. But that's the whole pattern the whole time. And then, oh, devil woman, oh, I messed up backwards. Devil woman. So let me go back. But I don't wanna be, and I don't wanna see Mary cry anymore. Oh, devil woman. And then back and forth. And this is held longer at the like when he's getting back to the next verse. It's like twice. Devil woman, let go of me. Devil woman, let me be. And you could do this with your pinky. I'd rather leave it to the other guitars. Like, you don't want to hear this every time. It gets basic, you know. So if you're just constantly popping, it's not bad when these notes start hitting next to each other. It's just in context. So, and also the fact that you're popping more often than not, there's quietness. So 2 bars of each. Let me be and leave me alone. Wanna go home. So just constantly over and over that. But then the solo. Where did I put my pick? Oh, there it is. It does that the whole time, but it's very specific. I'm only wrote key lyrics down on my notes because I don't think about the lyrics. They're supposed to let someone else do that when you're the soloist. Especially, like, it gets very particular too. It's not impossible to do both because I've tried, but I have a hard time remembering everything, so I don't do the lyrics, but that first part. So 2 on the D string, open G string, 4th, 5th, 4th, 2, open, all on that same string, and then to 3 on the string above it, D string, and have a little pause. So, and then this particular, like, you can use whatever finger, index finger or middle finger. I don't know why you wouldn't do the ring finger. I wouldn't recommend that. But so you gotta do like you play it and you hammer on and slide. And then the reason when you do that, you have an extra finger open, or if you do it with the ring finger, two fingers open. But you just need the one finger to get back to 2 and 0, and 2 and back open. So 4-5-4 with the specific slide and hammer on, and then 2, and that kind of has a space a little bit. And then 2 and open on the G string and a little space, and then 2 on the D string, and then open on the G, but like in 2s, and then double 5s on the G and B string, and then 6 and 7 on the same strings, and then 8 and 9 4 times, but it's kind of like it looks like pairs. It sounds almost exactly 4, but it's not. It has some feel to it, you know. See, like, you gotta play it with the rest of it. Like, you don't. It's hard to break it down. So I was. 4, 8, and 9s, and then 2 10s on the B and G string. Play it one time, a little spaced out. It's almost like going, but just so that's like Paris 2 right there, like that. Very particular, so if you just play it randomly, it's hard to catch that groove, because it's hard to just get in it. Like, you gotta kind of do a little dance and then you're finally in it almost. So that's why I like to start from back a little bit. And then for the beginning 2 verses, I think, like half the song, there's always some pauses. So it's like, I told Mary about us, and then 3 5s right here. And you can have them ringing at the same time, but it doesn't matter. And then I think that's how it goes though. And then you don't want that first one ringing out on it's like an A note kind of. Yeah. And then slide up the same notes the 2 5s, the 6 and 7, and the 8 and 9. That's going to be very relevant. That. But it goes 3 times. Not that. Mary cried and forgave me. And the same notes. A little pause there. And then back down with a little chunk. Like, they're paired up. Then Mary cried and forgave me. And then 7 and 5 on the D and G string. Mary took me back again. And then 2 5s on the D and G string. And you're going to use an open B. But as soon as you hit that B, the 5 on the G string, it's almost like moving back and forth. It's like one person almost. It's not 2 sounds individually, so it's. But this 5 can ring out a little bit. And when I hit that next 5, I usually let go of that first 5 I played. Because it kind of has like that feel. You don't want that feel, you just want it back to that. And it's by itself, and then 7 5 on the D string. With a little sway. It's kind of hard to, And that's the Mary took me back again. Said if I wanted my freedom. And it's 2 5s, D and G string. And then 9, 10, and 12. And by the way, this is all relative to the capo, obviously, because 12 is obviously the 2, stars. So now, and kind of slide to the last note. I said the 9, 10, 12. So, like that. So, Mary took me back again. Said if I wanted my freedom, I could be free. And you let that go kind of like, I could be free evermore. You don't have to stop it suddenly. That's 7 on the D and G string. 9 on this is all on the G string so far. So 7 D G. 9 10 9 7. And then back to the 9. Quickly back to the 7 on the D. Has like a little funk. I don't know, feng shui. I don't know the word. But I don't wanna see Mary cry anymore. Oh, devil. So on the O, it goes, you have the tonality of 2 notes. Obviously, especially in classical music, you don't go damn boom like a thicker note of the same note. So you go thick and then higher. The same note but thinner string. That's what I mean by higher. So the 5 and the 1 on the G and B string, and the 5 on the D string. Is that 5? 1, 2? Yeah. And when you come into this 5, you slide in. It could be 3. I think it is 3 you slide in on. That's what I have written down. But it sounds like it just depends on the chord. Like if you're like, oh devil woman, oh like that. So since I'm on this chord, you could slide it from a 2 probably. I wrote 3, but probably 2. I should probably correct that. It's just so fast you can't really tell. It almost sounds like that's more noticeable. It's like he's already sliding on the 2. So if you do a very fast 3 slide, then it's not noticeable. So 5 5 1, and then there's a space a little bit, and then the 5 on the B string, and then 7 on the G string. So oh devil woman, and then 7 and 6 G and B, like that, and then you can let go. Devil woman. So like when you're saying Vil on devil, devil woman, let go of me, and then 5 8 10 back down on the E string. It's open, but I like the tonality of the 5th on the B string. So, and then you could end with the open. So instead of being on the B string, I just like to start it out like that. It could be, that's just fine. I think it might actually be that, but so yeah, I would probably use it. I just like to differentiate things, so like maybe end it like that. Yeah, I probably end it like that. So open 3 5 8 5 3. I would say 5th fret, but or open on the E string, but 5th fret B string, and then 3rd fret B string, and that open note is a little space, not that long, but like that, and then and leave me alone, I wanna go home. It sounds like leave me alone, I wanna go home. That. So open 2 3 5 3 2 2 2, or let's just not the last one. 3 2 2 on the D string. The first string was the A with the 0 2 3 5 3 2 2, and then the 3rd one I just said don't do that one because it goes with this stuff. 2 D, open G, 4th G, and this is like that. It's interesting how it's almost hard to show you, like it's just you're playing and how you think it sounds. I know how it sounds, but I don't know how to describe it to you. And I gotta play it all in one motion before I teach it to you. So 5. Well, after I teach it to you. 5 4 2 2. Open. And then you play it one more time, or set your ring finger up right there for the 3 2 open. 3rd fret on the A string. But yeah, when you do that open, you climb down a string, 3 2 open. But it's not like, I used to think it was almost like that, but it's not like that. It's like you could do it twice, but it's really the other chord going. It's already playing the note, so it almost sounds like it gets twice anyways. what I mean? So.